Hello everyone, it's Adam here, and new car, or truck, I don't know. It's a new automobile. If you're just finding this video off of YouTube or Google searching, just don't subscribe to this channel. I don't do truck videos. I'm just talking about a new truck purchase, but it's a motorcycle channel primarily, so don't subscribe. All right, everyone, so this is probably the most expensive Farkle to date for my motorcycles that I've purchased. And I say that half jokingly. I've needed a truck about once every 2 weeks for the last 3 or 4 years. I borrow one once a month. We purchased a trailer for Heather's Golf, VW Golf, to tow the bikes around, and it's just not rated for that. It's not good for it. And so we've, as you guys know that follow the channel, I sold the Ford Escape and the Hyundai Ioniq, and that was in March. And then this purchase started in October. But let's go through the features first, and I'll talk about my experience in buying it and what the plans are next. First of all, I can't even get it in frame without stepping a few back. It's 21 feet long and about 6,700 pounds, I believe. And this is a big truck. It's a very, very big truck. This is a Ram 1500. It's a 2021 model year. 2021's actually just stopped being built last week, so I got the tail end of them. 2022 was inevitably going to have a price increase and very few new features, so I decided to get in the very tail end and try to get as much money saved as possible. It is an EcoDiesel, so it is not a Hemi V8 or an e-torque. It is an EcoDiesel, 3-liter V6, built in Italy by Fiat, and turbocharged, of course. And city is 21 mpg, highway is 29. I can tell you guys I just did 1,900 miles in a road trip, and I got 28 miles per gallon over 1,900 miles. Pretty impressive. It is the 6'4" bed. It is not a 5'7", it's a 6'4". It's the longest bed you can get in the crew cab model, as you can see here. I wanted a limited trim, and I wanted as long as bed as possible. And you can't get a limited in a quad cab or a single cab. You have to go crew cab for the limited, and therefore 6'4" is the longest I can get. I would have gone 8 foot with a quad cab if I could have, but I wanted all the features, and we'll make do with the 6'4". It'll be okay for, I'll have to put the GS's, the BMWs, slightly crooked to close the tailgate, but it is what it is. As far as trims go, so this has the limited level 1 group. It is the has all the safety features and has the 19 speaker stereo from Harman Kardon and a bunch of other extra niceties. It also has the night edition. So the limited group was, I think it was a $2,000 option. I'm just using this off the top of my head. I'll put an overlay. The night edition was $4,000. That was an upgrade to 22-inch wheels from 20-inch wheels. And also you get black exhaust caps. You get black here. You get black there. You get black here. You get black on the sides with the Ram logo, and you get the black hood ornament. You get the sport hood, black LED rounds, black tow hooks. Basically, everything that was chrome has been made black. That's the night edition for you. In addition to that, we added the bed utility group, which gives you a tonneau cover. It gives you a spray and bed liner, LED lights in the tail, and it also gives you a nice Mopar, well, let's use the key, a Mopar lockdown system, which has a certain rating, which probably won't work for my motorcycles, but it is what it is. So you see here, you got a spray and bed liner, lights, rails, and then you've got your tonneau cover. We also have the technology package, which I'll show you guys in a second. Technology package, I actually wanted it because I don't like any halogen lights. And so the technology package just makes this third brake light LED. It also adds a camera there. So my rear view mirror is a digital camera. It's not a mirror, it's a video feed. It also adds a heads-up display showing you speed and navigation and your speed limit, as well as any cars in front of you. So the heads-up display is there. I also added the multifunction tailgate, which has the same weight limit of the regular tailgate, but if you have a boat hooked up to here, for example, and you can't get the tailgate down, you can still get in there by opening up just half of it this way, or 60%, and then the remaining 40% is open this way. So you've got kind of a barn door thing going on. jury's out on this thing being reliable. We'll see. I know you got to get a really solid close to get it to close. It's pretty stiff. And see that play there? I'm not sure how much I feel about that as far as holding bikes on it. What else did we get? Well, I added the, I didn't go for the off-road package because the off-road package would have deleted the air suspension that I added. That comes in the Limited. Limited comes with Air Ride. I like Air Ride because while it's in off-road 2 right now, which is the highest setting, let's do entry mode while I have you guys, while we're talking about it. Entry mode allows me to load up motorcycles right here much easier. So let's see if you can see it. It has roughly 5 inches of difference between the lowest mode, which is entry mode, and the highest mode, which is off-road 2 mode. And so with that 5-inch drop, you're able to easily load in things. Well, it's still loading. Much easier able to load in things into the back, but you see how much that drop is. I mean, it basically fills the entire fender now on that front. So air suspension is that full drop. It has aero mode, so it's supposed to, air suspension does also help your fuel economy. It has an aero mode when you hit highway speeds to allow for better miles per gallon. And then also entry exit mode, which is nice. It has an off-road mode as well, but I'll never use that. This thing is not gonna go off-road. Unfortunately, before I dropped it, I should have shown you guys, I did add the protection group though, which adds a few different skid plates. It adds skid plates to your fuel tank, transfer case. You can't really see them in here, but there are skid plates in there. I should have shown you this before we before we do this, but it has skid plates. We also added, let's see, what else did we add here? No sunroof. I didn't want the sunroof to leak. That was one thing we did not add. Oh, also the 33-gallon fuel tank, which is huge. 24 is stock, I think, and 33 is the upgrade. I added no off-road stuff at all other than the protection group because it was only $400. I didn't add like the locker, the anti-slip or limited slip diff. I didn't do anything like that. It's basically just a limited with Night Edition, EcoDiesel, big tank, the tonneau cover group, bed group, and the multifunction tailgate. That's kind of the core functions of it. This thing comes stock with LED auxiliary lights, LED headlights, LED turn signals, LED interior lights, LED brake lights, the whole suite of things. It also has power folding mirrors that are stock. Yeah, it's quite a ride. So let's open this up and I'll show you guys. You've got these deployable, it has keyless, so you've got one push lock there, and then you have pull this to open it. When you pull this open, on any of the 4 doors, you're gonna get your deployable steps, which are much nicer when the truck is higher up in the air. When you go inside here, you'll see the Limited has the nicest, I mean, there's probably 3 cals worth of leather in here. You've got soft touch leather everywhere. There's nothing here that's a stiff touch. You've got metal, leather, or wood. That's pretty much your entire thing. I mean, it's nothing that isn't just a nice touch. There's your fold-in power mirrors, by the way. You can see them over there. You've got the 19-speaker Harman Kardon function there. Your pedals can go in and out. You've got memory seats that are actually attached to your fob, so you can have your spouse has a fob that is attached to their seating preference, and then you can do the same with yours. The fob also carries over to the Sirius XM presets and other functions as well. Adjustable seats on the front. Unfortunately, no motor to adjust the steering wheel. It's the old lever, which is already a ding against RAM for that. Another ding against RAM, which I'll show off now, is the technology package's heads-up display. This piece is already peeling off right there, but that's your heads-up display. I need to get that fixed. Oh well. You'll see here it's a diesel, so you've got your def meter right there, and you've got your diesel amount there. Beautiful, gorgeous display, which I'll show you guys once we get in. But look at this interior, though, guys. I mean, this is full grain leather, heated and ventilated front seats, heated and ventilated rear seats. There's your center console with a Limited insignia. 2 cup holders here. You've got storage pocket here, cup holder storage here. You can move this all the way forward or all the way back. Tons of cavernous storage. Wireless Qi charger there. 4 USB ports, 1 plug, and then 1 12-volt up here. Massive 12-inch Uconnect 4 screen with my 1 fingerprints, of course. Oh, also the trailer tow group was added to this too, so brake trailer brake and steering was added. There's your air suspension buttons right there and your various parking things. As you see here, no limited slip option, but I do have 4-wheel drive auto, which is kind of nice. You've got 2 modes for your console. So you've got this mode here with a USB port. Secondary mode opens up all the way, and that's where your little floating piece can go in and out just like that. Massive, massive console. Huge, seriously. Over on the other side, not much to see, but let's walk over there and I'll show you guys quickly. On our 1,900-mile road trip home, this thing was so incredibly quiet. It is insane how quiet it was. Another issue I already have, by the way, is this piece right here is peeling back a little bit. It seems like it wasn't quite stuck in all the way, but... Oh, and also the third issue I have is you can see the plastic scuff right there when this was installed. And I'm staring at it. Every time I'm on the road driving, I see the scuff right in front of me on that plastic. Other side. So this is passenger, same deal over here. Nice. I like these Ram has these cup holders in, by the way, that are removable. All the cup holders have removable liners. So if it gets dirty and sticky, you just take it out and wash it out. You've got an upper glove box here, lower here, just like that. Nice limited rugs. Same adjustments on this side for your seat. And then you get an idea of kind of the driver's cabin. It's such a great place to sit, guys. Seriously, we did almost 2,000 miles in this thing and no discomfort at all. Seriously. Adjustments here. You've got your power rear window. You've got SOS and call buttons, other interior lighting buttons, and your tailgate release button. Those 2 blanks on the left and right would have been for my my power sunroof if I had ordered it. Let's go in the back. And these seats basically fold all the way flat on the back here. It's pretty amazing how low they go. So you've got your air vents that are coming through here for the cool and hot air. 4 more USB ports in the back with your heated and cool seat icons there for your rear. Yes, the rears do have heated and cooled seats. And here's your inside. You've got more speakers up top right there, as you can see. So anyone who's sitting in here is going to have a really nice audio experience. Underneath here on each side, you've got these cubbies. We stopped at a brewery, by the way, on our way home, and we filled this full of ice and growlers. And then we got to our hotel one night, we emptied it out and had some beer, and you just pull this cubby right out and it dries right out. Pretty nice. You've got under seat storage right there. Nice and spacious. I'm going to have some stuff in there like a fix-a-flat, a first aid kit, some gloves, stuff like that will go in there. Nothing serious. There's your full view though, as you can see. Both seats go up, so you got lots of space back here. And then you'll also notice once you drop this down, that it's hard to see, but basically see where this is here? We're going to now recline this thing. So you've got a couple of inches forward in each side where you can recline the rear seats and still have about 6 or 8 inches of leg room. And you can see that drop right there in that headrest. A little bit of recline, but it's nice. Then you give this a pull, bring that down, and you've got your 2 more cup holders, as well as a little area there, cubby there for your things. Pretty cool, huh? This is the rear, and you get an idea there of the front of that cabin. And look at this. What a great place to hang out, huh? Gorgeous. It really is a nice place to sit. I love it. It was so comfortable riding home in this thing. So this is a loaded model. And so as you guys know that are truck people, the more things you add to the truck, the more the payload drops. And so all in, let's look at the door sticker, because a lot of people really would like to and can afford a limited with all the functions like a diesel. The diesel also counts against your payload and your weight. So what we have here is front is 3,900 pounds, rear is 4,100 pounds. That's with rims. 66 kilograms is our GVR. And so what this works out to, and I've already got the math kind of in my email inbox, I'll put it on the screen here, but you basically have just under 1,000 pounds to work with payload. Just under 1,000 pounds to work with. So if you put 4 burly dudes in here that each weigh 200 pounds, you don't have much left in the means of cargo. And that to me is something that I'm going to have to just experience and work with. If I realize that, it's just not going to work for me. Like at this point, Heather and I can get in, and we can put 2 dirt bikes in the back, and we can go on a trip with the dog, and we'll be under the 1,000, barely under the 1,000 with, you know, clothes, gear, various stuff like that. You know, spare tires, toolkit, all that kind of stuff. We'll be just about payload. Towing is 9,800 or just under 10,000 pounds of towing. But as you guys know, on these light duty trucks, you are payload restricted, not tow restricted. So, you know, the under 10,000 pound towing means that I could buy an aluminum trailer and put 2 dirt bikes in it, or three GSs in it, and we would be fine. I can also tow a small teardrop trailer and a couple of small RVs, but payload is always going to be my limiting factor here, and with just under 1,000 pounds to work with, despite how roomy that rear is, you put 4 adults in there and a dog, and you throw a dirt bike in the back, you know, a 2-stroke dirt bike, and you are it. You've hit it. You're done. So that's something I need to keep in mind. I mean, obviously, if you want the most towing capacity and payload, you'd get a tradesman or a bighorn, and you would forego the crew cab option, and you would go with an 8-foot bed. And the diesel actually subtracted 50 pounds from my my payload, by the way. I won't show it to you. It's just an engine, and most people don't care about motors, but it is in there. And so let me sit on this chair here. I'm just going to keep this kind of in frame, and then we'll talk about kind of the deal here before I go back to work. So I wanted this truck immediately before I left last year for Colorado. Once we all piled into a Tacoma, and you know, I realized how small it is inside, and how the miles per gallon really suffered with towing, like a big way. It was minimal comfort to the long road trip. You know, I think a Tacoma would be a mild tower, but not one that you could tow a lot with and still be comfortable. I wanted a little bit more luxury, and you guys know me very well who watch this channel. You know that I modify everything, and I didn't want to get a Tacoma or a Jeep or a Tundra, because I knew that I would wake up $40,000 later and have less of a vehicle than I had started with. So I wanted a truck that could tow what I needed, which was primarily motorcycles. Maybe one day my car can go in the back of a car hauler. But I didn't want anything that needed anything. Yes, it needs floor mats. Yes, it needs an iPhone charger. Yes, it needs a couple of small things like, you know, dog bed, that kind of stuff, mud guards. But seriously, this truck needs nothing. There's no lights to buy. There's no engine modifications to do. This comes with a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, but the motor is a 5-year, 100,000 mile warranty. And then I've already spent the $1,800 to buy the Mopar 8-year, 125,000 mile warranty. That's all inclusive to the entire thing. So that's coming. Obviously, it doesn't cover brakes and stuff like that, consumables. But so I wanted a truck that I didn't have any need to modify. Seriously, there are no modifications. After we got back from Colorado, I started looking at what kind of truck I wanted to buy. I sat in and drove all of them. By December, I decided I wanted to do a Ram. And so I spent 3 months maximizing my coupons, rebates, sales, promotions. And then by March 1st, I reached out to about 35 dealers nationwide that were known to be pretty affordable, and ended up finding Mark Dodge in Lake Charles, Louisiana. The deal they gave me, and this is with my rebates and incentives, so I combined a PinFed credit union $1,000 coupon, an email coupon, an FCA affiliates coupon through my employer. Even though I had joined Tread Lightly for their FCA affiliate number, I didn't realize TomTom had one, because we power the Uconnect 5 system that's going into the 2022 Rams. Well, I don't know if Uconnect 5 is coming to 2022, but if it were, we power the Uconnect 5 maps and stuff. I combined a few different things, and then finally they came in just way under. So the out-the-door deal I got was about 17.6 or 18% off sticker, which saved me 16 grand is what I saved on this truck. And so we're talking about a truck that's about $77,000. And out the door, I paid $61,000 or $62,000, something like that for it. I'll put up some numbers here in a second over the screen. I also locked in March, 0% interest for 5 years through Chrysler Capital. And so I have no interest on this thing for 5 years. Well, it's a 5-year term. So no interest at all. That saves me about $3,500 roughly in interest. So overall, I've saved, you know, almost 20 grand on this thing. There's no sales tax. Dealer fee was $300 for the dealer fee. No sales tax, no other fees, no other add-ons. And so I drove home with this for $61,000, and which, guys, I mean, seriously, shout out to Aaron over at Mark Dodge. You should definitely, I can't promise you'll get the same deal I got, but everyone should go to Mark Dodge first. That's all I'm saying. And then they were so amazing. So order was put in down in the 1st of March. It came in about 14 weeks later, and they called me when it came in. I did all the paperwork over Zoom and over e-sign. And then they drove the truck to New Orleans for me. They picked me up at the airport in this truck, gave me the keys, and said, have fun, enjoy your drive home. And then 1,900 miles later, it's home. I'll show you the inside. Quite a story, huh? So yeah, let's call it 62 out the door for a loaded, limited, with everything but the sunroof and the winter group. I didn't get the engine heater or anything. Let's hop in this thing and let's just hit this, see if we can do this. And we're gonna hop in the very back here to give you guys an idea of what this all looks like. So in the back seat, you can see you've got the Uconnect kind of comes alive right there. It's quite a powerful system. There are videos that go over the entire Uconnect system that are really good. So I would just recommend you guys look at those instead of watching my video. Here is the mirror, just like a normal mirror. As you can see, you can move it around. And then here is the camera mirror. And you can actually move this thing around. You can turn the brightness up and down. You can move it up or down. So you can do that. Just like that. You've got your air suspension note is down here. Odometer. You can customize all of these outer regions of things. Look at that range, by the way. It was 850 miles of range when I left the gas station early. Everything in here is very intuitive. You've got all kinds of buttons here that you can move through all the settings. So you've got, you know, you can go from speedo to various info about it, off-road movements, driver assist features, and all this stuff is interactive. You can go through all this different stuff. Trailer towed stuff, audio. By the way, New Hampshire, we have serious XM issues. It's bad here. Seriously, we don't get very good cell phone or a Sirius XM satellite radio up here. I mean, this is pretty much my entire experience is this up here. So Sirius, fix your northern hemisphere issues. Idling at about 75 miles per hour. This thing idles at 2,000 RPM on the dot. Very, very efficient engine. You know, you see the miles per gallon just running around town today. If I get this up to 29 mpg, we'll have nearly a 1,000 mile range, which is really remarkable stuff. You've got, you know, the Uconnect 4 thing is pretty awesome. You know, heated and cooled seats, all that stuff is in here. You've got all your controls. You've got your surround camera with your 360 view right there. Pretty neat to be able to see kind of everything that you're going around on there. This splits, so you can have CarPlay here and then your music there. You can raise and lower through this button right here. But overall, I mean, there's the Uconnect thing is just so intensely powerful that it's a whole video. Seriously, I will say though, we used the SiriusXM Travel Link on the way home for weather on our route. We also used the AT&T 4G hotspot. We used that as well on the way home for Heather and I on our iPads and MacBooks to get work done, since we took turns driving. And we also used, obviously, the SiriusXM/Pandora custom stations, which was really, really nice. Seriously, it's a great system. You pay dearly for it. I think Sirius Guardian, which has a lot of start-stop features and location features, is like $250 a year. SiriusXM, if you don't negotiate, the all access is like $18 a month. And then you have the 4G hotspot, which is $20 a month for quote unlimited data, but it's it's 22 gigs of unlimited data. And then it starts tethering you down to a slower speed. That's pretty much the whole thing. I mean, there's a lot in here that I could show you guys, but like I pretty much gave you the whole shebang. So I'm gonna get some last photos of this beast before I upload this video for you all to watch. You know, we're gonna see how reliable this thing is. It's a Ram, and we live in the Rust Belt with salty roads. We have snow on the ground from October to May, and so how is it gonna handle up the snow and the salt? We don't know yet. How is it going to handle with a couple of bikes in the back and us going down? We're hauling. I'm doing some warranty work on the Husqvarna 701 this Saturday. Husky goes in here this Saturday, and we'll take it down to get it worked on. And then in June, we're going down to a BMW rally in North Carolina. And then in September, we're going back to North Carolina for the GS Trophy. Again, putting the big, heavy 670-pound GS in the back. So it's going to be pushed for, at max payload a couple of times this summer. And we'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do not like and subscribe. I'm not a truck person. All right, guys, take care and rock on. Hope you enjoyed it.